Let's go, Suns! Thought long and hard about what I wanted the first words of this podcast to be. And Let's Go Suns is just what came out. So keeping it about the Phoenix Suns, that's what we're here. Welcome to the 5 Minutes or Less podcast, a Phoenix Suns podcast delivered to you in 5 minutes or less. I don't know exactly what we're going to talk about on every episode as of yet. I'm going to have some dedicated segments and so on and so forth, but 5 minutes is pretty short and sweet, so hopefully we can kind of randomize as needed based on what's going on out there in the world. Right now, the world sucks. Might as well get the first curse word out of the way. Fuck the coronavirus and all of this crap that's going on. We don't have basketball now. Only good news is hopefully when we restart in about 2 months, it looks like, we can hopefully have everybody healthy, including Kelly Oubre, and maybe they'll do some sort of crazy playoff tournament bracket thing that I've seen thrown around out there by guys like Spencer Dinwiddie. So hopeful for that. Gonna break now, try to keep these segments to about a minute each, and come back and talk to you about what to expect from the rest of the podcast. And just FYI, I really wanted to get this first segment just out of the way, so I'm recording this on my phone, kind of put myself on the spot just to get it done. Hopefully it will sound better going forward, and the whole thing will just get better going forward. So thanks for being a part of the podcast. Got some exciting stuff coming up, and we're going to give away a Phoenix Suns mini hoop later on in the episode. Thanks for joining episode 1, 5 Minutes or Less podcast. All right, guys, so I had not heard about the Anchor app when I was ready to start my podcast, and I did some research. I found the app, found it incredibly easy to use and get started. It's free, so that's great. There are creation tools, so you can record and edit your podcast right on your phone or computer. I'm actually recording this on my phone right now. Anchor distributes the podcast for you, so you can get it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the other places that you would expect to find a podcast. You can also make money, and you don't need a minimum number of listeners to do that, so that's great. And it's got everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So definitely download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thanks. Okay, let's get this Suns mini hoop contest giveaway situation taken care of. Had a lot of retweets, likes, follows as a result, so appreciate everyone who participated. Entered a link into an online random drawing tool for these things, and the winner is Steve Scher at Steve Scher 6. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So congratulations, Steve. The hoop is awesome. My son has one, and he plays on that thing nonstop. It's really it's pretty good size. It takes up the most of the top of the door, has some nice cushions on it to prevent the door from getting damaged. Kind of a breakaway rim so he can slam dunk on it a little bit. And it's pretty durable. It's a kind of a plastic plexiglass backboard, and we dropped it once and it didn't break or anything. So got a brand new one of those going to be coming out your way. DM for details, and we can get your shipping info and all that, get it sent out to you. Thanks so much. Congratulations. More giveaways to come. So I hear people ask a lot about why is it Los Suns and not Los Soles, right? The Spanish word for sun is sol. I guess the best explanation I can give is it's a proper noun. It's not literally referring to the sun in the sky like we think of it. If you did it with another team like the Lakers, right, there wouldn't be some Spanish translation for the word Lakers. That's not even really a sensible word. We all know it's a garbage word, but the point is it just doesn't always work that way with Spanish. And when you're using proper nouns, that's just how it works, right? Just kind of like, think of like the jazz, Los Jazz, right? There's not some other word for the actual musical term jazz, and then you don't even pluralize that one, so it just gets weird. But anyway, short and sweet. Los Suns, because it's a proper noun, is the best explanation I can give you. Okay, so 5 minutes is going by really quickly, so we're going to do this next segment really fast. This is the first time that we're doing our Stats by Dom segment. So this is guest of the pod, contributor Dom Tesoriero at Dom_Tesoriero on Twitter. We'll spell that for you next time. Dom does some great stuff, and he dug up this stat that shows points plus assists per 75 touches, so points produced. Devin Booker is far and away leading the NBA in this category with 52.4 points per 75 touches, points produced per 75 touches. Harden is number 2, 46.4, so quite a ways behind Booker, 6 full points, and then Kawhi is 3 at 45.6. Ricky Rubio is actually 4th in this category, so to have two guys in the top 5 or top 4 and just putting up numbers like that is ridiculous. So thanks, Dom, for that amazing stat. We're going to keep working with Dom and bring in some more awesome stats going forward. All right, so it wouldn't be a Suns pod or a first episode without a fail. So we're going over 5 minutes on episode 1 because there's a couple more things I want to talk to you about. So you'll probably hear or have heard some ads in between some of the segments. I think those are read by me initially. And I think the Anchor app here might plug some other ads in there going forward if this thing picks up any traction. So not doing this to make money, but hey, you know, if we get a lot of listeners and starts making some revenue, great. We'll probably just use that to do more giveaways and give cool things to Suns fans. So thank you for listening through those and a little bit longer episode 1. Who knows, maybe we'll just change the name to the 7 minutes or less pod, but I think there was a similar pod recently shut down with a name like that. So we'll see how it goes and just kind of try to keep it under 5 minutes going forward. So what to expect going forward, a little bit more of the same. When we get back to business, we'll do game reactions and things of that nature. If you're not following at 5min or less pod on Twitter, please do so. And also please follow my other account at Sansford and Sons. That's where I post my jersey designs, and that's really going to be a prominent feature of this podcast, is to try to get more people looking at those designs and hopefully somehow get the attention of the Suns and have them either use my designs, which would be great, or just do something similar. Really want to try to get them to go back to the 90s style, but maybe put a little bit of a modern take on it. So want to thank everybody for listening. Looking forward to doing episode 2. This ended up being a lot more fun than I thought and easier to get started than I thought, thanks to the Anchor app, which was really cool. So thank you guys so much, and episode 2 coming soon.